Welcome to Daily Devo. I'm Pat. Today we're going to talk about standing out. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, states that the 10,000-hour rule is the key to success in any field. Malcolm explains that if you look at anyone deemed an expert in any field, sports, art, music, engineering, any field, you would discover that they have put in 10,000 hours of practice. You break that down, and that's 20 hours of practice every single week for 10 years. His point is this, that greatness or expertise is never stumbled on, it's worked for. There's certainly a lot of truth to this, but the point I want us to see is that anyone who has put in 10,000 hours of work on anything has had to force themselves to practice, even when they didn't feel like it. It's the musician picking up the instrument and practicing scales, even when they didn't feel like it. It's the athlete venturing out into the early morning cold to practice, even when they didn't feel like it. It's the mathematician or engineer working hours to solve that problem, even when they didn't feel like it. Well, love is no different. There are aspects of a biblical love that we do, even when we don't feel like it. For example, kindness. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, Paul is defining what real love looks like. And in verse 4, he says this, love is patient and kind. Paul actually speaks often of kindness in the many letters that he wrote to these Jesus followers spread all over the Roman Empire. Frequently, it's Paul simply saying, be kind to one another. In Titus chapter 3, he actually uses Jesus as an example of what kindness looks like. He writes this, Titus 3, verse 4 and 5, when God our Savior revealed his kindness and love, he saved us not because of the righteous things we had done, but because of his mercy. Did you notice the last part of that verse? Not because of righteous things or good things that we've done. Simply put, God was kind to you and me, even when we didn't deserve it. And his call to you and me, as his followers, is to model this. To be kind to others, even when they don't deserve it. To be kind to others, even when we don't feel like it. You see, if you and I wait for the emotion to be kind, when we wait for that emotion to come, this emotion to act out in kindness, we're seldom going to act out in kindness. You know when people need kindness the most? When they least deserve it. Being kind to someone who is well-deserving is easy. But the sacrificial love that Paul is speaking about implores us to be kind to that spouse who's having a bad day and taking it out on you. To be kind to that waiter or waitress that isn't doing their job so well. To be kind to that barista that screwed up your order. To be kind to your children when they're driving you nuts. To be kind to that coworker that once again made a rude, obnoxious comment to you. Kindness doesn't seem to be one of those earth-shaking virtues. But watch someone who exhibits kindness to people least deserving it, and they will stand out. Wow, will they stand out. So today, let's you and I strive to stand out. Love the way Jesus loved us. Be kind to someone, especially someone who may not deserve that kindness, even if you don't feel like it.